Brian with Grand Roofing. Quick tip, good information in this video for you. If you've got bats in your attic, stick around to the end of the video. It could definitely help you in your safety and well-being and your health. Specifically with bats, something called histoplasmosis. You know, rabies is another thing, but it's a small percentage. Then they have to bite you or get into you for that. Histoplasmosis, on the other hand, is an airborne bacteria, spore, something. It comes from their guana, their droppings. It's in the attic area. You potentially breathe it, and it causes a respiratory issue. I'll put in the description or up on the screen, histoplasmosis, check it out. The homeowner said that they have bats in their attic, so you want to make sure, seek a qualified contractor in finding them, pest control or something, removing them, and then blocking them off. But how they're getting in typically is a chimney that's in bad shape, cracks, gaps, crevices in your roof, fascia boards, things not flashed right. This particular house has dormers on all sides up top, so the east, the north, the west, the southern side, there's a couple right down here on the breezeway. We're only doing the garage and breezeway area. Now, maybe down the road do that. Another story, long story, another video down the road. So the returns, and again, that's what I call them. It might be different in your area, your neck of the woods, another part of the country or world, might be referred to something different. But for the sake of this video, it's a return. We're gonna jump back over onto this breezeway west side, and I'll show you what I did, and then we'll magically rewind 10 minutes or so and show you what I did and how to block it. And I hope it stops the bats from getting in your potential project, whether you're a homeowner trying to do it, a roofing contractor, whatever. Let me know your thoughts. There are probably, I'm sure, some other specific health concerns and issues when it comes to bats and what they leave behind. Yeah, they're a good thing. I like seeing them at my house in the night eating up all the mosquitoes, but I don't want them shitting that out in my attic where I'm gonna be breathing it. So there's a good spot over here. I'm gonna jump up there, put the GoPro on, and I'll show you what I did because it's done, and then I'll rewind and edit the video back in so you can see how it's done. If you liked the video at that time, please give it a thumbs up. YouTube, unfortunately, does not really promote a lot unless it sees engagement. That's what I need you guys for, to help other people looking up the info. Give it a thumbs up. All you gotta do is just scroll down, find the thumbs up button, make it blue, maybe leave a comment, maybe share it, let somebody you know, send it to them. It definitely helps us. It helps the YouTube algorithm push it to other people. Enough of that. That's not what we're here for, but please do it. It helps other people looking up the info. So right here is the return that I did it to prior to doing this. And like I said, I'll jump back and show you before. But this piece of soffit is loose right here if you were to push up prior to this being in. And the bats can land on your roof and just crawl right up and go up under there. They can literally go through about a 1/4 inch, 1/2 inch area. Like if you look at their bat box designs on the internet, they like little tight areas to like land on a little edge and then crawl up a really small area. Big area there, easy landing, easy in. They've got a nice warm attic to roost in at night. It's perfect habitat for them. Block them off. You don't want them in there. Get them out first, then block it off. When you go to roof it, you're gonna tuck under this. You're gonna flash it all out like it needs to be. The purpose of this particular piece was bent a hook, shoved up past the soffit, pulled back down to lock it. Here, let me try to reach in here and show you. It's gonna be kind of hard. Essentially, this soffit right here, a bat can just crawl through this little area. It does not take much room. They're gonna land up here on your roof deck, crawl up under here and get into your soffit. Once they're in the soffit, there's a pretty good probability that they're gonna be going in your soffit area and roosting somewhere where it's warm or just up in your attic, wherever. So what you can do to block this in easy and not have it flap in the wind like this or have them crawl up under there, what we do, or what I do anyway, I got a piece of aluminum coil stock, cut it wide enough to fit from one end out past so you have an area to nail it to. Cut it in half because it's not gonna need it. Let me get the GoPro put on my head and I'll show you what I'm gonna do here. So we're gonna keep it white in case you see it, it's white soffit. You're just gonna reach up under here with about 1 inch or 2 or 3. It doesn't have to be anything exact. You're gonna bend this down, make a good clean bend. If you got a brake, use a brake. For this little 2-foot piece, I'm not going through that much trouble. Fold it back up a little bit. When this is in there, what you're gonna do is shove this up under. It's gonna push the soffit up slightly, and it's gonna drop the soffit down a little bit. Then you pull it back. You're gonna catch the soffit, and you're gonna essentially cause a blockage. So it doesn't matter if they try to land and crawl up, they're not gonna get past this because it's actually hooking the soffit like this. They're not gonna be able to get in there. This end is gonna be to the wall, so they're not gonna get in there. This side that's overhanging, you're going to take your knife at your fascia board and slice it. You might have to pull it out to cut it, but remove that part. Then you can install it, or even possibly it's going to be too tight to go this way. So you're going to have to more likely go under and up to lock it. Then this part that's overhanging, you can easily nail it or use a palm nailer once your shingles are installed up under here. Use a palm nailer to drive those in. And I plan on doing a video on a palm nailer, possibly on this house here. So keep tuned. If I do, I'll put a card up top for you. If you're asking why this is left out, it's because I want to be able to get flashing shoved in the top down here, then put this edge metal on right here. And just happen to see a nail right there, a staple. So shove this over as far as it's going to go. I'm going to add about a 3/4 inch in that side over there. So adding that 3/4 inch, we're going to put a little mark about right here. Actually, I got to get under that board there, so we're going to go a little less. We're going to mark that, cut it. This is a piece you're not going to see, so it's not going to matter. What we're doing is causing a block. Provided you've got an area, yeah, it's loose up under there. It needs to be able to shove up far enough to get past the soffit to eventually drop back down. So if it's kind of a tight area, it may not go up that far. In that case, you might need to cut this a little bit smaller. I think it's good because I can get my hand up under that soffit. If I can do this without falling. I might get a ladder set up down here so I can do this easier. Yeah, let me go set my ladder up down here. I'll be right back. There we go. And I can access this, probably get a much better angle of camera for you guys. All right. So before I go and just get it locked and stuck under, I'm going to shove left over so it's blocking in on the wall. It's going to be a little on the snug side right here where that fascia board's probably 3/4 inch. So I'm going to trim about a 1/4 inch off of this side, probably trim another 1/2 inch off the top, so I can make it work. Efficiently here. Close to the angle so it will guide that soffit up, drop under and lock. If you can see it, it's starting to rise up. You're going to push a little further. There's the soffit drop down. Now pull your metal back down. Now you can see when this is installed, pinned down, you got your shingles, obviously you're going to go under. Don't make the mistake and pin it down now. Even though there's not much rainwater, you know, this is the area you're worried about. You don't want to shoot this down out. Shingles are going to tuck under this, flashing your wall the way it needs to be. The point of this video is to show you when this is down and it's pinned and then you're all finished roofed out, the bats are not going to be able to get in here. It's not going to push up. Even if it did a little bit, that soffit now is raising into a hook part of aluminum and they're not going to get in. You got to make sure it's all the way over right here, and then of course we're going to add some flashing into this section. But that right there is what you can do to block the bats from getting into your area. Until next time, be safe and see you then.